Coach, we're about at opening day. Good feeling, new team, and a new manager. Tell us a little bit about you as a manager and being here with the Zephyrs.
Well, first of all, I mean, this is as any baseball guy or fan, this is a special time of year. You know, I think everybody has the same type of feeling. You feel like we're in first place, man. You know, like everybody's at that point where you have everything set in front of you. You're excited. You've had a long spring training waiting to get here. Me as a manager, the players will dictate that. You know, I always say that. Like, the players are going to dictate what type of manager I am. You know, they go out and compete and are tough and fun to watch. Then I'm going to feel pretty good about what I'm doing. You know, that kind of sums it up, I think, at this time of year.
As usual, go ahead, Derek.
The rotation looks like, I mean, a lot of familiar faces, but you guys have some nice arms in that rotation.
Yeah, you know, I think it kind of sums up our organization right now. Our pitching depth is getting a lot of play, as it should. And you see our rotation, a lot of guys that have had prior success. You know, Flynn was here last year, PCL Pitcher of the Year. And it's not great for him to start back in the PCL, but you know, the future's bright for him. He's still young, has a lot of time. Adam Conley up from AA. Then you go Villanueva, Evans, and Jared Rogers. All guys have had success, and our bullpen too. I think a lot of people, it's a pretty well-kept secret in our bullpen. There's a lot of power arms down there. You know, guys that can be impact-type arms in the big league. So we're excited, as is everybody this time of year.
Run scoring has been a little bit of an issue here the last couple of years. Candle power, the lights improved this year. I know players probably noticed that already. How much of a factor could that be in improving hitting?
Well, I know our hitting coach noticed it. You know, Damon Miner last night right away said, "Hey man, look at the lights, they're better." And I said, "Damon, I've been here like 30 seconds, so you know, I don't know compared to last year." But no, I've heard this is a pitcher's park, and you know, we'll see. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but you know, I think a big thing for a hitter, our park in Miami is the same. You know, I think that's a message we can preach. You talk to our hitters in Miami, that park is very, very big for a major league park. So we'll preach the same message: have good at bats, just play, don't let the park affect you. And anybody will tell you, and you know, even our major league park, you want your home park to help you. You know, you don't want it to be a detriment. We want that to hurt other teams when they come in here. You know, we're going to use that as our strength, and it's certainly not going to be a crutch for us.
AAA, your first time here. It's an eclectic level, obviously, of prospects, of the guys that have been there, done that, and the other guys that are kind of in the middle. You have to be more of a people manager as much as a ball club manager here?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I think when you sum it up, you're a little more of a supporting role. You know, guys have been through more in their careers. They've been through a lot to get to this level, versus if you're in the lower levels, guys are trying to figure it out, and you're basically telling them what it's about. So here, you're more supporting for them. I respect a lot what they've been through, but my passion is not going to change. My passion is to compete and have a team that's fun to watch. I've told all you guys over and over again, and I'll keep preaching it. So, you know, that part of me is never going to change. I think it's more, you know, giving them some space and realizing that you trust them a lot more just because of the battles they've been through.
You go a little longer with the pitcher to see if you can get out of a jam than you would normally if you're in the big leagues, let's say.
Yeah, good question. I think it all depends on the guy. You know, I think when you're watching the game, there's nights you kind of do what's best for the player sometimes in the minor leagues, and I think there's nights you do what's best for your club that night. You know, in the big leagues, you're doing what's best for your club every night.
At
you
that
know,
moment, yeah.
And there's some nights you're gonna test a guy. It might not be best for your club that night, but you know it's going to help you in the long run. You know it's going to be very beneficial to that player, and that's a tough balance. You know, as a minor league manager, I think you're always trying to keep that big picture in mind. But I'm very competitive, you know, and I think that's probably a tough balance for anybody at this level.
Given the nature of this league and how spread out it is, and some of the cold weather cities, it's good to be opening at home, right?
Yeah, I looked at that schedule. We go to Des Moines, Iowa, middle of April, and I wanted to talk to the guy that scheduled that and say, hey man, it might snow. And coming out of Jupiter, that's going to be a little bit of a shock because it's been hot down in Jupiter. But I look forward to all these cities. You know, I see them and hear a lot of good things, and everybody talks about how tough this travel is, and I said, you're forgetting I've been on a bus, you know, for plenty of hours. So that plane, I don't think it's going to affect me in the least.
Can you talk a little bit about some of your position players, maybe even start at third, where we got a chance to see Zach Cox for like a week last year. He's a guy, you know, Arkansas guy. Fans, I think, around here are familiar with him.
Yeah, you know, he's kind of, you know, I wouldn't say gotten lost the last couple of years, but you haven't heard a lot about him. He had a great spring. I was very impressed with Zach, and you know, he's got a big pedigree out of Arkansas. You know, was considered, I think, the premier hitter in the whole country, you know, coming out of college, and we got him in a trade with St. Louis, had a great camp. Juan Diaz, a shortstop we signed as a minor league free agent. Another guy made a good impression. You know, a lot of our guys have. You got Other guys we've gotten, Josh Rodriguez, Taylor Harbin, you go to Justin Bohr at first base, all impressive looking players. You go in the outfield, you got Marisnik coming down. I mean, this guy's ceiling is through the roof. I don't want to put a label on a guy, but this guy's got a lot of potential to be a great player. I can go on and on. Catching wise, we got Brantley back and Kyle Skipworth, who, Kyle's a first-round pick, and he's going to be fighting for playing time. And I still think he's going to have a great year. So there's a lot of depth. It's a good group. Like I told him a couple nights ago, it's a fun group. I got a great impression by them. They have a little edge to them, which I like, and they're fun. And I think it's going to be a great group to watch play.
Who's going to be your opening day starter?
Well, Brian Flynn. I'll let the cat out of the bag. Unless Miami calls me and changes it. I'll say Brian Flynn, and well deserved. I mean, he's PCL pitcher of the year. That shouldn't be a big surprise to anybody. But we look forward to giving Flinner the ball. And I watched him at big league camp. He got better and better as camp went on. He's going to be ready to go. And we're excited.
Thanks,
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
man. Thank you, guys.